Welcome back. I didn't write down the maps on my little piece of paper.
No, I was just about to check too. What map was that? I forgot.
Yeah, Mirage.
Mirage.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
I was just about to say that. I was just sandbagging this entire time. I always knew.
And then Inferno last. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
I'm actually lying. I had no idea. Mirage. Yeah, I think this is going to be. It's an interesting. It's a perfect storm. Okay, Liquid don't know what to expect from their opponent. Apart from that, J&T is a pretty damn sick AWPer, and that's going to be a problem going into Mirage. The flick's already. Doesn't matter if you're wide swinging or what. He's going to snap you. How deep is the talent pool in Brazil, man?
That's what I mean. I mentioned
talking about this.
Yeah, I mentioned even Fallen as the in-game leader AWPer, right? But even before that, you had Kogo AWPer. Like the tendencies has always been there. But it's so fun to see, like, kind of the progression that Brazil, even Argentina now, we have two players. How a few years ago, I remember my last tournament, ESWC, I beat Fallen's team. I think they were called Kaboom.
Kaboom TD, yeah.
16-12, I think. That was my last tournament. But I think that was their first international. I might be wrong in that.
Because they didn't Kaboom TD play. They played Aspen when we were working that event in MLG Aspen X Games.
Yeah,
they're playing that one as well.
Yeah, that's when they started picking up steam. So like technically, I mean, Fallen has been around for a very long time, but for CS:GO, like they're new in that sense. And then you have all these players now that come up. I mean, for all we know, right, these guys might been semi-professional in Brazil for years, right? But just the opportunity now and the fact that now they are playing against these tier 1 teams. And like you're saying, in most cases, the teams itself isn't, everyone can shoot, you know, like everyone can headshot someone. And when it comes to this and it comes to this level, you're expecting to die within a second of seeing someone. So you're saying like the small little detail is winning you games.
Yeah.
The extra little read on the opponent wins you a game. The flicks from J&T wins you games, right? So it's to that. And for Liquid, you know, and especially a playstyle like Liquid is very individual. I'm not saying that they're not strategic, but when they're not individually on point, they lose games. And we saw that yesterday, and we're seeing that today as well. Maps,
you see the odds have gone from 8 to 3. Man, if you came, this is such a cool thing. Like if you're like from the Brazilian scene or something, or you just know, like you see that vertigo bic, and it's like, you know, we see that 8. Those odds go up. Then who knows, man? Maybe somebody's just been made a very rich person. So we've got Nitro with the grenades and 4 sets of Kevlar for Team Liquid.
Absolutely. Now, Stewie, he's got himself quite the angle. Interconnector, he's going to get, oh my goodness, walking into that one. Stewie's just a little sentry gun, isn't he? Sitting there, eventually will be taken down, he'll be dismantled. He'll short circuit, but the damage maybe has been done because both Lucan and J&T are weak. But they are looking to get a plant here, but they don't have any smokes for coverage. Oh, they have to just go for it, really. J&T will trigger the plant. And there's the money, guaranteed money. Twist with the peek, with the flash. Looking to see what he can see, but will be denied ultimately. As we'll have FACEIT making his way from Palace, trying to find those angles. Nice little... I love these angles coming in from J&T and Lucan as well. Everybody is in good positions here to try to create the distractions, but ultimately you've got to hit those shots, and it won't be the case. And Sharks will concede the pistol, but they do get the bomb down. So if they have any rounds for the second round with the bomb down in the first, that would be awesome. Just bring it out. Make sure that there's no way that Liquid can get an economy running straight away. Keep the pressure up.
Yeah, and we see even here, I think in most cases they had 2 alive. Bomb down. Some people might opt to buy. Sharks decides not to. I like this. I feel like it does create a very strong third round. More so than without the bomb. A little bit more nades.
Yeah.
Good run nonetheless from Liquid. I think it's more than winning the pistol there.
So good start for Liquid. Now finds one player in the Palace, and now it's just a bunch of peaks. And really the play with this, just find some damage somehow. Stewie is in the underpass, making things difficult. Twist as well, defends A, so not really all that much here. It seems that Sharks are going to get. Unless Leo Drunky has any surprises for us, or Mayan, with their peaks.
Doubt.
And I definitely, you know, agree with, because Rob and I were talking on the camera about like how much talent has to be, like, is most certainly out there, but the thing is, you only really see talent if it actually enters a team that has some level of success, or they somehow get up through like a puck system, like in FPL or something like that. But ultimately, there's so many good players out there. Nice, C done. there's so many good players out there. They just need the guidance. They need the right coaching. They need the right structure, the right culture, the right system. And all those things don't really exist very much at all.
No,
right
exactly.
now.
And you even talk about it too. Sure. I mean, yes, you obviously have to be good at game for you to be picked up.
Yeah.
But you also have to be lucky. And I think most people maybe don't see that as well. Like, sure, you can do the grind. And you were mentioning that too about, you know, using TENS as an example, right? Let's say he doesn't get the chance at Cloud9. He's probably still on that grind with his own little team, you know, getting that experience, which takes longer unless you have this experienced player on the roster. So he's definitely, you know, in that sense, yes, a little bit lucky. But obviously, yes, it comes with he is very talented at the game, hence the pickup.
Yeah. And we can continue that point in a moment. We do have to push into the A bomb site. Twist and Sandwich, oh dear. No one's checking for this. He's just letting them pass. That's going to deal with that. Now Twist will be discovered. But it's a little too late. And just like that, it's a huge clothesline from Team Liquid onto Sharks. They've hit the ground rather hard after that one. And it's just J&T left. He can maybe do some damage, though, if he finds the forward position with the Krieg. And I think that's the mission. Get some kills with the Krieg. What can you do, J&T? Creeping around, looking to push towards market. That's been covered by Liege already, though.
Yeah, smart positioning here from Liquid. Don't think that J&T will be getting a single one here. Means that Liquid has 5 alive, which is great.
It's nice.
Very nice. Building that bank early.
So looks like J&T's not interested in pushing here, or is he? Okay, as I say that. Okay, yep, nope. But yeah, so I wonder when there'll be a time when there'll be a level of investment into the scene whereby, like, let's say, if you know, we wanted to start like an initiative or like a program where, you know, you can basically like coach or have some kind of a coaching structure for teams. Maybe it's like a thing whereby you get hired for a month or something like that, and you go and look at a team, look at the players, look at them as individuals and as a group. And then just optimize, just to make sure that they don't have to spend another year figuring stuff out. That's really easy to figure out if you've already been through that and you just know.
Yeah, and you kind of have that now with I think Navi also has an academy team now. Like that kind of process of getting academy teams. And one thing to note too, like even when you think of the field at the moment, there's not a lot of coaches.
No, there
now,
isn't.
and even if you think about it, Counter-Strike was now for quite some time. Yeah, but the problem is that the people that played CS and CS Source, for example, like they're not around anymore. There's very little people, like, you know, think Warden, you know, think Sonic and stuff like that. But it's more so now the next few years when you do see more people maybe tend to retire. Hence, where you maybe see more and more coaches brought to life.
I have to say, like, I've known a lot of professional players, and they aren't like the people that kind of have the skill sets or like the desires to want to be a kind of coach type. That's not actually that many anyway, so it's definitely a limited pool of people. But either way, it's Sharks with J&T on that saved Krieg, and his teammates filling up with a few pistols to offer up some firepower. And they need to really get some kills because Liquid's economy is looking rather good, and it needs to look rather less good.
Rather swell.
That's what their aim is, rather less good economy of Liquid.
Rather less good. 1 minute 10 on the clock. I need to learn that grenade at Nafla. Just deploy that smoke grenade.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
In a safe position, very, very tidy.
Yeah, look how clean it is.
The bulk of it is towards the T's as well, so I think it leaves the archers clean. Definitely one to learn. 50 seconds on the clock, and Sharks, they still have all their players, which is a credit at this point. Stewie down to 8 HP, but Elise just holding down a very important area of map control. Now, 37 seconds. They do need to run to the Doom, otherwise they're not going to have the money for rifles. 30 seconds left. Team Liquid still passive on the A-bomb site. These rounds do tend to go down to the dying few seconds. Nafly entertaining, so there we go. There's one frag. That's like 5k plus done in terms of damage from Sharks, and it'll be 10k plus now with a second frag, so absolutely worth it in the end.
Yeah, they needed that. The previous round, I think there was 5 who survived for Liquid, so their money's still pretty good. And Sharks, we're going to start to see their real counter-strikes now. We'll have the... Are we going to get an AWP? No AWP, actually. And a MAC-10 is going to feature in this round as well for Sharks, so actually doesn't look as good as I expected, and I guess that's because of some of the money that they spent. J&T also survived. He didn't die in 2 rounds ago, but they're looking to go for an explosion on the B-bomb site. And this, it's always scary. It's always scary. You never know if it's going to be successful or if it will get absolutely shut down.
Oh, that's a strong smoke grenade. Up on the balcony, Nitro has the HE, but he's still going to play the passive angle, so this is going to be a very interesting bait. He seems to have an idea. It'll be good for the players at the back as the grenades come in, but look at that flying Mac-10. Nitro good for 1, but not 2, and that's position lost on the B bomb site. So long rotation for the remaining 3 players with the man advantage. They have to be gifted something to get back into this, otherwise surely this is a round for Sharks.
And Elige creeps in with the Krieg, always a threatening presence. The resmoke there on the pillars is going to leave Elige less interested in the attack. And instead he'll move all the way back to the A site. And they're going to give up on this one. Wise, very wise indeed. Again, you never know how it's going to actually conclude when you have that rush come out of the B apartments. And in this instance, you know, the Sharks, it worked out really well for them. That Mac-10 dive from, I think it was Leo Drunky, worked out super well to get the initial pick. And there we are. Sharks for the first round on the boards.
Oh,
dear. Oh, no.
He's only 17. I'll forgive him because he's so young. But
that sucks.
Yeah, I think the older chaps would know better than that.
Because he could have dropped an AWP for J&T if he would have survived. That's a shame.
He's learned something today. It's fine.
Maybe he should drop it anyway.
They can always just take one from the opponent if they win the round.
Yeah, there's 2 of them to have, so...
Yeah. Let's see, they're well equipped in terms of utility. Stewie, where's he off to? Makes his way through the window and he waits for Tees to cross. Can't stay here forever. I don't believe... No, he's got no support in mid, so he'll check the underpass himself. Feeling confident. Mayern's on the way though with Lucan. Stewie he's hungry for it. Well, that's what he was looking for, and it will cost him. Mayern's waiting for the peak. Maybe he'll have to pay some more respect to his opponent.
And there's the AWP. But there is a NAF. And now the NAF can't see.
Exit's ready. He hears both players. There's a trade, but that favours Sharks. They have information and the man advantage. Both are very, very key. Lucan was going to regret that. Naflife being sprayed, but he's able to hold position now. The numbers are tied. Nitro's in a forward position with the AWP. I guess the... oh dear, never mind.
That went so wrong. I don't know if they'll expect Nitro to be here, though. Leo Drunky, is he aware of this? There is a flashbang. My goodness, it's absolutely perfect. That was a full flash to Nitro. And now Elige is alone in a 1v3, and they are making their way quickly to the B sites. And they've caught Elige. He's dead. He's gone. He's done.
It's a good round. They spent a lot of money for Team Liquid. Leach has got 9,500, but a lot of players have just got over 2.
Did they? Oh, they didn't pick up any of the AWPs as well. Interesting.
Well, they may feel it's
Fair
not
enough.
necessary for the T side.
Yeah.
Remember, not every team insists on an AWP.
Yep.
On a T side of Mirage.
No, yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
They can still change the pace later on as well. Perhaps once Liquid are used to them not having one.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's a force buy from Team Liquid. Stewie has the AWP. There's a scout for Twist. Some pistols for the remainder. So we need aggression mainly from Stewie, really. He's got to find something. He was aggressive last time. Didn't work out for him in the underpass. This time he goes up instead of down. He just spotted a player moving out of the B apartments. Didn't engage. It's a tight angle. Elige will venture forward, but a T is waiting in Leo Drunky. So again, Sharks, they don't have gaps in their game here on Mirage that we're seeing just yet. They're ready for Liquid's forward plays. But again, Liquid saw players rotating out of B apartments going towards A. That would be very telling that it's going to be an A play. So surely you would have put the AWP towards A. Stewie's back in connector, but a bomb, okay, through the B apartments, heads toward mid.
Stewie waiting for this one. The fake flash with the pistol even. That's hilarious. Doesn't work, but Stewie will whiff the shot anyways. And the smoke goes to mid with 50 seconds left to go, and connector will be taken, and Sharks are set up for a play into A. The issue, I would say, is maybe in NAF. I think NAF has only a few USP though, and he's not actually in the apartment, so never mind. He should be fairly exposed. Twist looking to make the play here from the tickets. With a sniper, always a good shout. And Naf indeed has nothing to fight with. He is alone, he's isolated. And Sharks are really playing methodically. This is looking great.
Yeah, they're keeping it simple. They are not having too many issues at the moment. Of course, it was a strong start for Liquid, but that has come and gone. Stewie trying to make a difference now. That is the opening frag. But how much does he commit to potentially losing the AWP? Maybe he's committed more than he realizes with the flank from Leo Drunky. We've got a player by the bench. That's Lucan. There goes Stewie in the AWP. Twist with the scout is the last man standing now. He gets a tag, but no frag. And there is the third round for Sharks by Wipeouts.
James, they're really good.
They're showing some promise. I'm pretty
really
sure
good,
this
man.
is the first game we've seen of them.
Yes, it is.
You and I.
It's the first time we've casted them.
Yeah.
And they're really good. I'm just appreciating Lucan's precision there. He's very precise. I also like how flicky the Sharks are. You know, I don't know if they just have high sensitivities. Presumably they would, I would imagine, have higher than the average, given some of the flickiness I've seen.
From the land of Batistuta.
It's a deeper play here from Liquid or towards the pit with twists. And Sharks will make their way towards A. They have Mayan towards the B apartments to maybe create some presence. Maybe go towards the underpass and arrive at connector, play the lurk towards middle, cut off rotation. Oh, that'll do some damage.
I'm disappointed in the level of damage that did.
5 and 4s.
Twist has a smoke grenade. Oh, he took a lot of damage. Drops the flashbang, but does he put a smoke behind it? He won't have a chance to. He's blind. Exit R with the flash over the top, and Lucan takes position. There's a big rotation from the B bomb site, an exodus, if you will, but it might not come fast enough because Lucan is in Dalek mode, just running around blasting everybody. Elijah, I don't know what he was up to there, thinking that the entire of mid was free, but that will cost him. Liquid are learning expensive lessons versus Sharks on Mirage. Nafly moving towards triple position, trying to fight. They're trying to frag out. They're trying to do Team Liquid things, but it's not working at the moment.
I feel like Sharks are going to win, you know. They look extremely ready for this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like more urgency.
Yeah, Team Liquid are trying to use that extra gear, like when they were playing on their peak and just abusing every team, like they did yesterday, but it's not working. Sharks are ready. They're a proper team.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love how we're seeing so much polish behind the high level of individual play. It's a whiff there from J&T. We asked to see him on the AWP. He was on the AWP last round playing from Palace. He didn't get too much action. But now we see it here again against the 5 Deagles of Liquid. Again, there's been some good structure and methodical play from Sharks so far in terms of how coordinated they are. And again, this is something we saw, we see from Avangar. I think Avangar is a team that has really good pacing. They'll have multiple layers to around, multiple phases. The map control phase, develop the map control phase, get to the bomb plant phase, the post plant phase. Like, and how they play each of these layers is very timely. And so far, I've seen that from Sharks on their Mirage game as well, making sure that they are never waiting for too long. Waiting for too long, I think, is often a sign of a team that doesn't have a lot of protocols. Unless, of course, it's by design. But not often it is the case that it's by design. There's 3 Deeks here to worry about. And 40 seconds now to plant the bomb. And Sharks are going to go in.
Nice from Leo. He's ready. Maybe he's done enough. 2 players taken out. There's time for Sharks to deal with the rest of them. It's a little awkward around the shadow position. Mayan's down to 13 HP. And it seems there can still be some anarchy for Team Liquid. But if the Sharks can identify that they're both around this position, then the bomb can get planted. It's on the floor for now, collected by J&T. But default's on fire, so he can't plant it just yet. If they make it to the bench position, they've got some elevation if he stands up, which will be a post-plant issue. They don't know where the second fragger is. They don't seem to realize he's in CT. You can see Twist, he's on the bench position, he spots the head. Nitro's up close now, in the crossfire, and Mayan's got the cover. And now Sharks are in the lead.
Well played to Liquid. They did a lot of damage there. They made that really expensive. That said, the money is really nice for Sharks because they've had so much success in recent rounds. Stewie back on the AWP. I'm curious where he's going to take that one. And Nafly on the AWP as well. So I would expect Naf to be on B with the AWP. We'll see where Stewie decides to go. So what's Stewie's spawn? He's number 4. Where's Stewie at? Okay, so he doesn't have a particularly fast spawn, but...
It's a brief tech pause. Sharks have some internet issue to resolve. A lot of money for Sharks. 5 rounds in a row. How do Liquid turn things around? I think these are the best challenges for Liquid, or some of the best challenges at the moment. in terms of playing against a team which appears to be strong, that you have zero familiarity with.
Yep.
To be able to overcome this, I think, is one of the more difficult and underrated things, which is why I didn't pick them for a 3-0 at the major.
This is something that I think was really amazing back in the old double elimination bracket MLG days in StarCraft. If anyone was, watching esports back then, because you'd have a lot of these pro players that would have to play. Everyone has to play through this like bracket of like, I don't know, hundreds of people, and you can only afford to die once before, one life before you get to the playoff phase. And so it's really interesting to see how, like, in a strategical game like that, how you would have like people completely unknown that you'd have to face against as the better player, and you just have to find an approach against them that works. And as you say, James, that's that in of itself is a skill, and you have to have really good fundamentals to find the consistency. And Liquid are a team with good fundamentals, so I'm sure they'll be able to bounce back. Double ops as well, no less, is a strong answer. We'll see if that's going to be the right decision. Another A ground coming up for Sharks. Oh, we hit that.
Very, very nice. Wanted to chase it up. We're probably trying to catch Nitro rotating, but the exchange will be brutal for both. And again, I guess Genty's one of those AWPers who likes those spawns. But in the meantime, there will be an issue on the A bomb side for Team Liquid. Twist trying to fight it out in the open, but he's got to rely on Stewie to deliver. Almost 2 for Stewie. They're lining up for him. Twist delivers on the Palace position as well. Goes down, creates some space with the smoke grenade. Very nice from him, but there's a player above him. Unbeknownst to him, there's a Molotov. He's forced out. The flashbangs are all over the place. They haven't seen each other just yet. We've got a player by Tetris as well. That's a really tight shot from Twist. Keeps his team in it, and just like that, Team Liquid clean up the rest of the players and tie the score. Finally back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, well played by Liquid, holding on to that. That was really chaotic. And it's beautiful because, like, you can see how blind Twist was. It just goes to show, Sharks are doing a good job in kind of staggering and deploying flashbangs to get into position. Such a key 1 versus 1 victory there from Twist. So let's see if they can continue that form. We've got another Mac 10 for Leo Drunky. He could have bought an AK, so what does that tell you? It's going to be a rush somewhere. And we saw this rush before, where Leo Drunky is the first guy out of the apartment window. In that rush, he took down, I believe it was Naf immediately, and then Nitro got traded afterwards. And Nitro's going forwards with the AWP here. Oh, they're going to walk into the angle. All we see is it, and there it is. Leo Drunky goes down. He's the first man in the push that's supposed to jump out of the window. Do they commit to this? Looks like they will.
Nafly playing off of his teammate. The T start to stream into the site. Nitro's got a blind spot to his right-hand side, and there's Main from out of nowhere. Can't get to Naf, and that is an open B bomb site. Stewie has the angle towards the bomb. Instant trade from JMT. Elige creeping with the smokes up. Surely they look elsewhere. And now it's Elige versus 2. He's got a flank. He's waiting for the bomb plant, and it's going to be a free frag for him. There's the first one. A transfer, Elige. He had his crosser at the feet and lands a headshot. That is how much he knows the spray with the Krieg from that distance as well. That is really epic from Elige.
Yeah, and I'm curious how this is going to go now because, Sharks...
Oh my god.
Yeah, they did so... It's actually kind of nuts how well they did in this round after losing. Again, like, let's remember, they lost Leo Drunky instantly. Team Liquid had a good warning of that push. But yeah, the money situation is really hairy for both teams. This is a hugely pivotal round in terms of momentum. And the fact that, Leo Drunky opted to buy a Mac 10 in the previous round actually helps him here because now he can get actually a rifle because he had left so much in the bank. And I also don't think enough teams do that, where they'll have one guy in front just buy a Mac 10, even though he could have an AK. I think we need to see that more. So I really like that detail from Sharks. They're going to go towards the underpass here. Looks like it's a very passive round. They forced it up. They've got 2 Deagles, 3 Kriegs. It just takes getting, an opening pick from a Krieg in like the middle or something to be able to upgrade somebody's gun. So they know Liquid are hurting for money as well. Elige ventures out into middle. Elige, not in the Krieg anymore. That's good news for Sharks. Elige Krieg, best Krieg.
Deep smoke in apartments. Exitar has stopped lurking in the palace and he's rotated over towards B. The entire team is here, again, trying to use the numbers. Maybe the Deagles go in first to take some bullets away. Somebody at the back's going to have the late flashbangs while the T's jump out of the window. And what is the response from Liquid? In a similar position. Out the window once again, and they could catch the CTs off guard. Nitro's on fire. He will fall to the flames. Nafla able to reposition. Smoke Swap, he had to find that kill. Still alive. He's running out of bullets. And Lucan, despite being low, gets the kill. But Elige is looking to just have the most savage replays. 2 versus 1 now. Exitar trying to bait the peak, and Stewie will get there with the USP. Elige is playing like a madman at the moment. He's a human highlight reel.
Yeah, he is.
3 rounds for Team Liquid in a row. Have they adjusted to Sharks?
And there we go, Naf getting that opening really important. She's so strong. That was just enough damage to get his team a guaranteed round. But it'll be one save for Sharks until they're back into the action again. They've already got 5 rounds on the T side, and they lost the pistol round. We must remember. Nice flashbang. It's good we're seeing all the little details here from Sharks. Another flashbang. That was a CT flash as well.
Nice HE.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Stewie getting too aggressive in the window, perhaps.
Uh-oh.
Considering the timing. Nafla with a dig of his own, but indeed, it might be an uh-oh because they've lost 2 players early, Team Liquid. Nafla is still moving around with a dig, or maybe he can make it into connector and pick up the weapon from Stewie. Naf stab hand of an AWP as well. There we go. Easy collection, but the round might not be so easy. Again, you've got 2 bomb sites to defend and potential splits, which means eyes on mid, and Sharks could just move together. This is a forward play from Elige, which will be rich with information. Oh, he's got to find a kill. He will do that. Not the bomb, but that's a lot of map control, a lot of information in the short term.
Yeah. What does it mean if that one player in a 3-3 is moving in the apps? Like a split for sure. It's got to be a strong likelihood. Nitro will look to the choke point to shut it down, go close. And this is actually a nice setup from Sharks because they may anticipate that Liquid are looking for the short play. So maybe Nitro goes too far, but he's not in this instance. A boost would be really interesting, but oh dear. They're both going to get caught by Nitro, and the round will be under control. But 2 kills is definitely a decent result for Sharks. That said, we are getting to the end of the first half, so the economic impact won't be too far-reaching. But at least Sharks are back on the bye. And they've got a chance for getting 7 rounds. And I'm really curious what they're going to be able to offer up here. The best thing, James, is just that I've seen good Counter-Strike from them. It's just, and I didn't expect to see that necessarily. And that's just because I haven't seen them play like first hand.
Yeah, they're ranked in the 30, so you don't know what is to come.
Yeah.
The Vertigo pick definitely piques my interest, and they did not disappoint. 5 rounds on the board so far, and we don't know what to expect from them on the CT side. They had a really well-timed aggression, and they weren't afraid. They didn't respect Team Liquid on Vertigo. Now, if they can pick the right aggressions, then the CT side could take Team Liquid completely off guard as well. So let's see if they can make it to 7. AWP is out finally for JNC. He's naked with it. Well, I say finally. We have seen it before. The plays towards B, the flick on Nitro when he jump peeked. HE does great damage. That is glorious from Naf. Really perfect HE from him. But look at this split. 138, but Elige will just about save the day. Nafla taken out in the meantime, but Nitro's got some issues. He's alone now towards this B bomb site. It has been attacked repeatedly by Sharks. They know exactly where he is. They're creeping around the pillar. He's trying to buy some time for his teammates, but he'll go down. Stewie in the window won't last very long. And it's a 4 versus 2 for Sharks.
JT doesn't really miss. Like, if he gets posted up somewhere, he like really hits shots. Unless you flash him or something like that, he's pretty damn consistent so far. Elige trying to swing through catwalk, but 2 versus 4 is pretty ridiculous, and their money's not very good, so it definitely seems like they might want to try to get this AWP and get out of there. And there it is, pick up of the AWP. And tail between legs for Team Liquid. Sharks! Another round for them, and how many B rounds have they won? It really feels like they've been taking a huge advantage of that B bomb site.
Yeah, partly when they've had Desert Eagles and other pistols, Mac 10's issues. But this buy has worked out real well for them. Sharks are really threatening to 2-0 Team Liquid, I think.
I completely agree. This is awesome to watch. This is very exciting. I hope there's a lot of people watching this. This is really fun to see.
Yeah, and it definitely makes me want to see more of Sharks, especially when you consider some of the other rosters in Brazilian Counter-Strike and the kind of Groundhog Day and the shortcomings on the T side, the slow play of the clock, the problems which never seem to get solved. But Sharks are showing a lot of promise, and they are playing the rank 1 team in the world with no fear whatsoever.
Yeah, there's definitely some advantages inherent within that, but obviously there's nothing given. You got to take everything. And there's an HE. JNT will take some damage. JNT and Lucan have been definitely the most interesting players to watch for me in terms of just enjoying their perspectives and how they play. Twist able only to get one. He gets Lucan, and there's that jump up on the wood there on the bomb side to take down JNT. So looking desperate here. Leo Drunky, nice kill. That's going to help to save things towards the A bomb side. They have a small timing window where they can get this bomb down, and that's exactly what they're going to do. There is a flashbang for Leo Drunky to peek CT spawn. Here it comes. Flash, peek, but the AWP is there. Another flash goes high. Leo Drunky's got he just goes for it, no qualms about it.
Yeah, he loves the aggression, trying to force the issue, feeling like they had to do something with the man disadvantage. Mayan makes his way to connector. There's a lot of places he could be. Could be in Palace, for example. The CTs, though, will do a smoke, but it's too deep. He's got an angle, jumping onto the box, still with a chance. Naflive's defusing the bomb. He's got an angle for it, looks the wrong way, and it will be 9 rounds for Liquid at halftime, and who knows, maybe they really need it. Elige 17 for 6, and on the Krieg side of the map, he's going to be even more dangerous, but can he bring it to a third map? We'll find out after the break.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Will the Sharks take Liquid on a very nasty journey, James?
Out to sea.
Will they take them out to sea, James?
Yeah, will they take Liquid out to sea?
Will they chew chunks out of Liquid, James?
Okay.
Chunks of Liquid.
I think we can do better. We can try harder.
Okay. Either way.
This is important for Team Liquid. They need to close this out. I'm nervous. I'm scared for Team Liquid. Mayan trying to hold. Oh, that's a lovely tap around a triple position, but there's 2 more to find. Now there's 1 more to find. Just Twist. This is a very fast pistol round. Plenty of action. Mayan delivers another headshot. Looking pretty comfortable from that position. That was so brief and swift and extremely violent and favorable for Sharks. So We have a reasonable chance of a tied scoreline now. I don't know where that headshot came from. If this is teammate or what, I have no idea.
There's blood in the water, James.
You're killing me, man.
And
Just
the
stop
sharks
it.
are coming.
Just stop it, please. It's not a space station. That was fun, but let's let it go.
I'm finished now. You guys, if you could see James's face, you'd understand it was worth it. But you can't, so it's just worth it for me. Sorry. We'll see. Liquid struggling with the Glocks. They got the one deke, but they managed to find a kill regardless in middle. So Stewie will look to find that gun, fiending for it, hungering for it. He's got it, but he has no Kevlar. We'll have to see if they can find a good usage of that M4 that's been stolen. Stolen property. Team Liquids have a lot of options now. They have more space on the map to move, given that they've taken down a player. Plus, they've got a minute to play to slow things down. And Sharks don't feel confident in a position like this, really taking any risks and getting the information, which typically means that you give up middle to play the bomb sites. It's exactly what the Sharks are doing. So Liquid now will make their way towards the A site. They're going to have a good shout at a bomb plant here.
40 seconds on the clock. Elige. I feel like Elige will be key. The problem is he's got a Glock and Mayen's in a short position, so Elige. Well, he's made his way through connector, I think. Oh no, he hasn't, not just yet. Well, now he has. There we go. He is key. He takes out a jungle position with a Glock, no less, with some distraction from his teammates, and maybe now there's a chance to plant the bomb. Maybe there isn't. 16 seconds, and Elige and Naflive pretty much have to run to their doom now. 2 kills will be good enough. It'll have to be.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
They had 4 Glocks and a Deagle, so...
What more could you ask for?
Yeah.
On the plus side, J&T's not going to have the money for an AWP just yet. So there's a chance for Team Liquid, because honestly, when they come out with the 4-buy, this CT side, and they've got the AWP, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be brutal, I think.
I like the name Leo Drunky. It's a cool name. It's different.
Underscore, no less.
Yeah. Gotta get the underscore in there. J&T. Can't wait to see what he has to offer when the AWP comes out on the CT side here for him. Good elevated position to check the connector push. Smoke in mid for Elige. So Liquid don't have much utility, so this will be a fast-moving one as soon as they get position in middle. Looking to take over connector. Is there a flash from anybody? No, Nitro does not have a flash. He would be the one to do it, but there's no flash from Nitro.
Double ladder play, pretty much.
Re-smoke and window. So Smoke and a molly left, and they haven't even got to a bomb site yet, James. And there's all their utility gone. And still not on the bomb site.
I like the area control. They're not allowing Liquid to get to that ladder position. They really want to defend this. It can be so strong if the T's can get here. I think there's a flashbang from somewhere, from Leo Drunky, God knows from where, but the play is brilliant. You don't normally see CTs defend like this around that ladder position, but it might just work out for them. The split is off and the bomb is dropped. 2 players remain. They've only got 1 frag. Team Liquid, Leo looking all over the place, but he leaves Nafly in a 1 versus 3 after that kill. 1 versus 4 in total. There's 40 seconds. There's time to try and commit to something. Trying to dry the CT, make it worse. He gets his bell rung, and he's got really poor position around the smoke now. Still trying to invite a peek from Sharks, but they're non-believers. Mayen's been creeping this whole time. A young 17-year-old, but he will just press W anyway. And the score is 9-9.
I hope we have a replay of Lucan's kills there. Do we have that? Because I want to see the first... Look at the first bullet precision on him. Look at the first bullet precision. He doesn't even know about the second player. That's just pure reaction, and that's just spot on, straight on his head.
I love the ladder defense.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So many teams just take it for granted that they'll eventually get there in a certain time, but Sharks will deny that. They have their own playstyle, and this is the kind of thing which can completely throw Liquid off. And 9-9, I feel like Liquid don't really have... They don't have that much time to turn things around in this game. They don't have that much time to figure out Sharks, and again, a key round here and there in a late game, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, the cool thing on Mirage is that you can take the initiative a lot as the CT side. So as you say, there's a lot of options for Sharks to throw a wrench into the works. Leo Drunky should have quite a few kills here. There he goes. They're going to line up, but only the 1. But his teammates will be able to finish the rest off. They've been tenderized by Leo Drunky. And now they will be consumed. 10-9 the score for Sharks. New Op comes out for JNT. Liquid spending all their money. Of course, they are moving towards max loss bonus if they lose this one. So if they get the bomb plant now but lose the round, they'll still have a full buy next round. No problem at all. 5 AKs. Well, we see a faster round here from Liquid. They had really good control of middle. It's just they didn't have many nades in that round, so then they didn't have enough to go beyond middle. JNT missing the jump across. Got to be careful about this one.
I wouldn't be mad if I had shock stickers in the game.
Yeah.
You know?
You're close to the Vegas Squadron.
I'd be their biggest fan, yeah. But I mean, this is a big shock.
That's true.
This is a great white, if you will. Liquid moving towards the A-bomb site. Operation Avoid JNT is a go. Mayan leading the fragging leaderboard on the CT side. Elige, though, will not be defeated. And here come the grenades into A. This will theoretically say, oh, there's Mayan. He's catching up now with Elige. No response to that. Lucan may be position unknown for now. Molotov in the shadow position, and Liquid start to push. But those smokes will soon go, and so will the Liquid players, because Sharks are taking them apart. You've got to counter Sharks on the fly, and it doesn't always work out for Team Liquid. Leo Drunky in a strong position. The bomb's on the floor. They're creating some space. Elige just starts to look away as Leo Drunky comes out. Nafly's in the palace. The bomb, again, is outside. It's on the site. There's some jiggling from Leo, but... oh, he's still going to peek it.
That's mad.
There's a lot of time on the clock, in fairness. And Nafly will get that final frag. 10-10. That's the first round on the board for Team Liquid.
Oh, man. That's pretty crazy, because Leo had so many options as to how to play that spot. He could have gone around connector. He could have gone beyond. He could have just... after seeing the bullets coming his way from Palace, he could have just disappeared somewhere, and then Naf would never know where he was or where it's safe to plant. Lots of options, but he tries to take the pixel jewel, which is pretty mad. Either way,
it's a really important round for Liquid because it's broken the money for the CT side. Just like we said on Vertigo, I think versus the unknown and trying to keep Sharks off the AWP seems to be important from what we saw in Vertigo, but they're going for the forced buy. They still have the AWP. Lucan maybe playing a spawn, or maybe he'll throw it over to JNT when it's time.
If you could be a Shark, James, which Shark would you be? If you had to be a Shark.
I suppose you'd go top of the food chain and go Great White Shark.
What he's Great White.
Wait, I think it's the Greenland Shark, which lives for about 500 to 600 years. But they get these, I think they get these parasites in their eyes and eventually go blind, so perhaps not. And their meat is toxic unless you prepare it properly, so, but yeah, they get farmed in Greenland, so maybe Great White Shark.
Okay.
Seems like a safe bet.
All right, well, we'll come back to Shark facts later. We've got the double ops indeed for Sharks, looking to take their prey down at a distance. And pop flash for connector here from Elige, setting up. Okay, there's the window smoke. There's a pop flash. Really good pop flash to learn, easy to learn. A bunch of different ways you can do that one. And you can see once again Liquid being good on taking middle, but they've been given middle. We had the classic AWP on ticket that's really good at shutting down connector. And there's no AWP to respond for Liquid. There's no nades to respond for Liquid. In theory, Sharks should have some good advantages on the defense, especially considering they have 2 towards the A ramp.
I'll never get used to you saying grenades are easy to learn. JNT gets traded. That's a really important trade for Team Liquid. Sharks find themselves stuck in Palace, but they may have some cues from the ramp. Mayan coming out, and they can play a bait setup. Maybe he makes a play. Oh no, yeah, maybe he makes a play and dies, and he can run distraction for exit. But the problem is, exit's the one of the MP9, but Mayan is still doing a job. Twist clearing out the A bomb site, but here comes exit again. Staying close with the MP9. Surely they won't check for him. The time is low. If he plays his cards right, then maybe there is a win to be had here for Sharks. The bomb being planted, the bomb being denied. Is he good for the second one? No. But Leo Drunky's hit a trade, and now Elige is in connector. He's got 14 seconds to find a kill or run to default. It's one of the two. Drunky now going up in a Tetris position. Does Elige realize he's there? He's made it to default. He can commit to the bomb plant. The HE will do some damage, but it won't be a frag. He's got the elevated position, but Elige is Elige, and he will not be out-jeweled.
Oh no. Again, Leo Drunky, unfortunately, unable to win the 1v1. That's actually 2 rounds where it's been the 1v1. But, I mean, really good effort. The 2 players coming out of Palace look so unexpected for Team Liquid. Oh, dear. What eats great whites, James?
What eats great whites?
Yeah.
Them.
Is it giant squid or something?
No, I don't think anything does. Maybe a group of killer whales if they're feeling like orcas if they're feeling crazy, but nothing really. They don't really have any threats.
I guess humans.
Apart from humans.
Yeah. Go team human. We got this.
Hammerhead sharks are pretty awesome as well. Hammerhead sharks probably have more spatial awareness. But great white sharks are pretty OP.
Yeah.
Their sensory abilities are nuts. But I guess hammerheads are more susceptible to finning for shark fin soup, so I'll go with the great white.
Do people try to? Has anyone ever tried to put a great white in an aquarium or something ridiculous like that?
Yeah, multiple times. They generally last for days.
And then they just die.
Then they just die. Yeah. One of them lasted, I think, for maybe over a week and then died.
It's kind of like, you know, to preserve all the secrets. You know, you can't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like, considering how much area they can travel, it's weird that they just die, though. I don't know why they just stop working like that. But yeah, they just die.
That's crazy. All right, well.
Good for them holding it down, though.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm out.
Exactly.
Great white sharks are squad mode. It will not be in an aquarium under any circumstances. Whale sharks, yes.
Whale sharks are interesting. They're pretty
enormous.
Yeah.
So we had a brief tech pause, but we're back.
Okay.
12 to 10 now in favor of Team Liquid. They are well equipped on their T side. They've kept Sharks broken. They've kept them in a less than ideal situation. Sharks, though, still looking dangerous, and they're going for the buy. There are some shortcomings. There's no AWP. Mayen's been putting in work. Oh, that smoke has completely missed.
I was going to say, I haven't seen that lineup before.
Yeah, that's
like for that smoke.
I think it's a lineup for a different, maybe a similar grenade, but a different lineup entirely.
He's done him in.
There we go. That's what JNT was looking for in the first half. We've got the bunny hops. He's seen the CT by the pillar, spots his head. Nitro is ready for this. Moving into the site now. There's a smoke in the window. You can see JNT's elevated position, but he'll be smoked off completely. From the, he realizes, he sees the tracers. From the lip of the balcony, you can look into the window. You can sometimes see Simple doing that peek. But Nitro trying to run distraction. The bombs are actually heading towards the A bomb site. Stewie's in A, Nitro's in B. Sharks are gravitating towards the B bomb site. Nitro is creeping. Again, the smokes are still up. Just now going on the B bomb site. And there is Mayen taken out. He's been very key for Sharks on Mirage, but now he's gone.
Nitro's deathmatching right now. He's just running all over Mirage. That is really weird. Well played by Nitro. Love the momentum he took from the first kill. That shot, you rarely see it actually like connect. JNT got the connection, but I think it was through the lip, so it wasn't a fatal connection.
It wasn't in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nitro did the face.
He got the face.
He did the face.
He did him in
the face. Well, they've broken the Sharks' money at a key time. The loss bonus is growing. But Sharks are heading towards Eco Town. And after that, it might be AWP Town. But maybe it'll be too little too late. I'm really enjoying this best of 3 series. It's like it's like a movie where you just don't know what's going to happen next. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, the early series. I just don't know. I like these people, but maybe they're going to die.
I read the book, so I knew what was going to happen. So I don't know why I said that.
Yeah,
it's idiot, really.
It's okay. It's okay, Dan. It's okay. You're a geek, but you're getting there. It's slow progress, but progress is being made.
It's been 5 years, James.
I know. But you were amusing for a solid 5 days in a row this week, so.
From a week to 5 days. It's great. Okay, well, Team Liquid's 3 rounds to go until they secure this map, and it's going to feel pretty scary, honestly, playing against the Sharks, not knowing what to expect. Lucan going forth with the Deagle. Again, he's got really good first bullet accuracy, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's really good on the Deagle. He seems to have a very fast sensitivity as well. But man, spotting towards A ramp. What can they find? If he's able to kill Naf and steal the gun, that would be pretty huge. Ooh, can't get it done though. Always good if you can get that kill. Going to Palace with a weapon, but no. 2 kills for Liquids. Good, looking good.
Yep. There's plenty of time to thin the herd out yet more. Good deployment of grenades. Oh, that's okay. All right. That's pretty good.
Oh my
That
God.
is...
Seems a bit mad.
That's a mistake. Considering he has JNT in B and literally nothing is happening there, why on earth would you go top of the stairs and pull your knife out? There are 3 other people on the map.
It's a glitch.
Where do you think they are?
It's glitching out. Well, Leo Drunky and JNT have guns, and they are going forwards. Leo Drunky without any Kevlar, though. JNT, there's no flash. Oh, wow, he's got a nice pre-aim there, or rather crosshair placement. Flash bang to make Twist look away, and Twist looks back into the flash as it explodes. Now it's a 2 versus 1. This was not supposed to be a round for Sharks, James. They're on the eco. And now it's just Nitro. He has just 1 flashbang left. He's got a Deagle and an AWP. They don't know where he is just yet, but they don't have a kit. They got to stick this, and Nitro surely knows it. Will he go forward? Leo Drunky's got the position, and now they have the AWP as well, and the defuse is going to come in just in time. How the hell did they win this one?
Excuse me, what? How on earth have they done that? I mean... This is the first frag of the round, 3 versus 5, but then he pulls his knife out and makes it a 2 versus 4. And they go from a 2 versus 4 on eco to just wiping everybody out. Nitro had the hairs on the back of his neck starting to stand up. If he didn't unscope looking towards jungle, probably would have got a kill there, made it 1v1, and then there's no cover for the bomb defusal. But of course, he doesn't know that. He has no idea where the other guy is, and you don't know what to expect. JNT! My God, this is fun.
Yeah, that. It looked like he didn't expect the player to be there so quickly, and there's like a little adjustment on the fly. So pretty nice that he actually connects that after all. And
he is really good, man.
He is really good.
This is buried in Brazilian Counter-Strike under the weight of Fallen, KNG, Henny, Yell. Madness.
Okay, well, Liquid looked to mount a recovery, but against the 2 AWPs, and with the lack of only 2 players with any utility here for Liquid, so they're in a desperate spot. Stewie looking for a peek, and this would be a way back into the round. If he can open up connector with a pick. They have 3 grenades left now. No smokes remaining. There's the AWP. You can't really win those fights. Not consistently, at least.
I did see talk about Mayan AWPing as well. He is a secondary AWPer, it seems, for Sharks. This is the first time we've seen it in this series, though, that I can recollect. Leo Drunky's got the sound. Oh, he's jumped! No! I have to assume it was a mouse bug. Oh, that's brutal. That changes... Well, nothing, actually. Because Team Liquid are going to get wiped out on the B bomb site. They were so close to closing this one out, Liquid, and now the score is almost definitely going to be tied.
The timing of that was too good.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Okay, this is getting really, really scary again for Liquid here. On the full eco, Sharks likely getting to 13. And then at that point, because Liquid's loss bonus has been somewhat reset, it's looking like overtime could be a possibility / Sharks winning if they are able to win against Liquid's next buy round. So this is interesting. And we get a big Palace play coming in here from...
That flashbang is so high. It blinded exit for about 0.1 seconds. It's way, way, way too high. It's like when people throw flashes top mid. There are some actually that can be good if you're in the window of an AWP, but for the most part, most of the ones you see thrown blind you for such a brief time. It doesn't really cause that much of an issue. Well-timed smoke grenade, but maybe Liquid choose to burst through this. Because now they can take the angle and pray no HE comes their way. Leo Drunky is on the B bomb site with a HE, and Lucan has the other one also on the B bomb site. So Liquid are safe from that exit. Did he spot Naf? Oh, he's taking him out now. And then here comes the push, trying to spread in order to plant the bomb, but there's cover from Mayan, and there'll be no bomb plant for Team Liquid. They really needed that. They won't get it. Sharks 13, Liquid 13. The 2-0 is very, very possible for Sharks.
Oh my god. I want it so badly for some reason. Why is that? I don't know why.
It's normally alcohol.
I think it's... Well, I'm definitely not drinking on the job, James. But the thing is that I think it's just the fact that Sharks are playing really well, and it's an underdog story, and Liquid don't have anything to prove. It's this is great. Either way, exit moving forwards towards that. Oh my god, he's owned Twist. That's a huge pick.
At such a time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Again,
At least Liquid have ladder room.
Look at the nades. They don't have any nades, James.
Yeah, but this is position that they could use later on. There's so much time on the clock. Although I say position, Leo Drunky is deep in apartments. So they've put a bait smoke up as well. And Exit R's pushing in the underpass. This is absolutely bananas. Maybe there's too much aggression here for Sharks. Exit gets taken out. And now we can see some movement. That's forcing some rotation. Stewie's got the sound cues. He realizes he has an opening, but he can't quite find where JNT is. Jumps past. Did he? No, he didn't see anything. He's focusing on a potential flank and... Oh, Leo. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
That's the bomb, no less.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, he goes for the next one! Oh, surely not. Leo Drunky's taking down 2. They've seen the bomb. JNT! I can't believe he's missed that one. Of all the shots to miss, Mayo won't miss those. Stewie goes down, and now it's up to Nitro. He's got time to plant the bomb. Doesn't know where the second player is. Could be coming from absolutely anywhere. Could be market, could be CAC, could be apartments. It's too hard to tell. Nitro just has to try to play this safe. He has to try to play this smart. He's got a decoy, and that's it.
He's going to die. Lucan's coming in from the top. Nitro's not going to turn. Surely this is free. Surely he's about to be seen through the window. Oh, he hasn't. Really? Oh my god! they got on the bomb before seeing him.
Oh my god.
That's quite something. But Sharks have the lead now. 4 rounds in a row. They are 2 rounds away from a massive 2-0 over Team Liquid.
I think this is such... I've also, by the way, of all the ways to play that spot, to like go for the 2 players in the back is actually insane. I love it. Wow, Sharks are playing really well, and Liquid are having some trouble here. We'll have to see if Liquid can find a way to get back into this one. I do wonder... It looked like Liquid are playing slow around there, but they didn't have any grenades at all. Typically, you know, if you have no nades, you have to kind of speed things up a little bit. So I'm wondering, you know, if it should not have been the case that, you know, 1 or 2 players just get Galils so that they can have way more utility. Because Liquid have been consistently taking middle. They've been doing that effectively on their T side. It's just building out of that position hasn't been so consistent. And, well, okay, we're talking about a utility approach. They're going to go for a half buy here, but it's going to be full utility more or less. Well, close enough. And at least full utility for what they want, which is a B rush. And here it is. This is the fast rush with the smokes deployed at the stairs there. And you can see the CTs get some warning there. Got the nades.
Oh,
and
man.
That's not good.
They've always got the HEs on the B bomb site. Oh, that's beautiful. Lucan with stereo frags, the Molotov and the headshot onto Twist. And 3 players remain for Liquid. They just need a bomb plant at this point. But I don't think it's going to happen. Nitro trying to make a play, but how can Stewie go forward? Well, now he has to. 1 versus 4. He has the bomb. But he might not get much out of this one. It is match point for Sharks. I think I said they were rank 33. Looking to 2-0 Team Liquid. But Team Liquid are back on the bye. That's a really big headshot from Lucan. He is fast and he is ready and he is really hungry for this.
I wonder if anyone put anything on Sharks, James, when it was 8-1.
Imagine. Imagine. I would be surprised if someone didn't. I would be very surprised. There's got to be Brazilian fans out there who know about this.
Those odds, you know, it's worth a poke.
I can see the Twitch chat now. Why aren't you talking, North America?
Oh, man. JNT going in. Oh, looking for it. Will he get it? I didn't see anything from here. Well, looks like Team Liquid to spam that. There's a very good shot to spam that position. All right, Sharks. Got a couple chances here to make it happen. If it goes to a 3rd map, I don't see Sharks winning somehow.
You know what? I don't feel like these are one of those teams where they're running out of steam and this is their best chance. Yeah. I feel like they're stronger than that. It's
Inferno though, right?
I believe so.
I feel so I think it'll be harder, but either way, they can get it done here. That'd be great. That would be great for them.
I'm really impressed from what I've seen, so I'm making no assumptions whatsoever.
Yeah.
No one's in a short position for Sharks, so there's no one to contest these Ts moving into the A position. They seem to have a read those Sharks that it's going to be a play into the B, A bomb site, excuse me. They can have a fast rotation. They've got 3 players around A, and JNT is also watching the crawl space, but Team Liquid, they're trying to collapse on this, but Sharks are just doing too much. Nafline stuck in the Palace area. How did he get 2 frags out of that? 3 versus 3. Nitro's in no man's land, delivering headshots. He knows Mayan is stuck behind Tollbooth. He's running out of bullets. Mayan with the AWP. There's the headshot. Liquid are not done with this game just yet.
The Drunky in the clutch again, but it's 3 players to work against, and it's going to be a tough one. Has to guess right on these peaks. There goes the flashbang. They don't know specifically where he is. He might just find the back of Stewie. Where's the next players, though? It's one in CT, one's coming around Catwalk. Dear Drunky, is he going to... Oh, my God. Is he going to go for the hold? Okay, Naf made it there in time. Sharks, one more chance. One more chance to 2-0.
So decisive. Quick decisions. Plenty of money for Sharks. One more round for both. One more round. Momentum's got to be with Sharks. It's been 5 rounds from the last 6.
What's happened?
Absolutely crazy.
They're sick, man.
I thought that Liquid was going to just steamroll this, James.
No. Sharks are not having any of it. They are... they're quite the team. But they've got one more opportunity. Mayan starts things off well. Team Liquid trying to overwhelm. This is what worked for them yesterday, but it's not working versus Sharks. They are being eaten alive 1 by 1. There is indeed blood in the water, Dan, and Stewie. It will not last very long either. Team Liquid trying to rely on that individual skill, but they got 2-0'd by Sharks, man. They are rank 30-something versus rank 1.
You what, mate? That is mad. That's so crazy. I can't believe they did it, and they played really well. They played really, really well. They made some excellent plays. They had a really tight CT side. Of course, on the T side as well, we saw great rounds. We saw good coordination. We saw great understanding of Counter-Strike. And not only that, we saw great individual plays to back it up. Of course, you know, Liquid is one of the best teams, if not at least the best ranked team in the world. And this is not a LAN, it's not playoffs, it's not something like that. But at the same time, Liquid are an incredible team and incredible players. So, you know, hats off to Sharks to make this actually happen. And I am just so impressed with all the talent that we're seeing. I mean, that's part of the reason why I kind of wanted to see the upset, just because these guys look so damn good.
That was really sick. That was awesome from Sharks. And the way that last round went, I feel like Team Liquid still didn't really give them the respect that they demanded, Sharks, because, again, going into yesterday, turning things around Liquid, those fast plays into the A bomb site, they worked. They just overwhelmed them, they just out-aimed people. But Sharks were ready for it. They had the synergy and coordination and team play to just deliver that first frag with ease, Mayo on the AWP. And that was something that came in late. We had a lot of information from some viewers on Twitter about Sharks and their history and the fact that May is a sniper as well, which we only saw towards the end. So, again, playing against the unknown can be a problem, and Sharks look like a strong Brazilian team. A Brazilian and Argentinian team, excuse me. I cannot forget that 40% of the squad is Argentinian, so they've gone cross-country, and they look really good, and they've got a big fat logo with a shark on it. So congratulations. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man.
Yeah.
It was a good. I think it's those kind of challenges for Team Liquid are interesting. Of course, Team Liquid can re-enter in the weeks to come. But that's an upset. That's very unexpected. Again, Vertigo being picked into Liquid by a team we're not familiar with, huge alarm bells for me, and Sharks did not disappoint at all. That is that's a humongous win for them, and it's great for the org as well. And that's just great for them. I don't know what kind of situation they're in, but I think that's just great confidence for the org looking at the team.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think, you know, it's got to be one of the biggest online upsets I've seen in quite some time at a major league. Honestly, like
that I can remember, yeah.
Because Team Liquid are the #1 ranked team in the world. Obviously, they lost against Astralis at the major, but it really only looked like Astralis were the only team that could have beaten them at the major. Honestly,
yeah. And they'll be playing the winner of Cloud9 and NRG, C9 NRG playing tomorrow, and then the final will be the day after on Thursday. So that was a huge game for Sharks. Congratulations to them.
Wow.
I can't wait to see more of them.
Yeah,
I think stylistically, NRG will be a very interesting test should NRG win tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out if that happens. But that was huge.
I can't
wait to see the response to that on Twitter. So again, massive props to Sharks, and we need to see the NVIDIA play of the game. What has been chosen this time?
HyperX play of the game, James.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. HyperX play of the game. Please don't fire me.
Oh, this is the round.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So
This was pretty clutch.
The new strats.
Yeah.
That had to be JNT. He was so important for Sharks on Vertigo. And these flicks he just delivered round after round after round. He was so consistent. It's funny because on Mirage, he missed a shot at a very crucial time. And I thought, on the B bomb site, if you remember, I was like, oh my god, now is now when he misses a shot, and what's the impact of that? HyperX play of the game. That was huge. There's HyperX right there. Marvelous.
He's so guilty.
That was cool. That was awesome. Before we go, we're going to have a look at the FACEIT platform just to show you guys some features and bits and bobs. I don't know if we're logged in. Oh, yes, we are indeed today. Ooh.
Well, now we can actually look what your rank is since you weren't logged in yesterday.
Well, go for it, man. Go for it. I'm telling you, it's not rank 1, it's rank 2.
Okay, let's go back
not necessarily something to be proud of, Robin, but yeah, there are highlights here. I've got there's something like 300 plus highlights on my page, actually. I don't know how they're generated. So if you stream and your account is connected, then it comes up. Come on, man, go to my page. Forget these other people, yeah? Let's search JZFB. You know where it's at. I don't know if they've given it premium. It's got to switch his keyboard. Okay. I remember KVM switches. See, look now, what rank is that? It's got a completely different rank.
That's for Dota. That was
you see, look, it's round 2. I told
it does
you.
say rank 2 now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's very close.
Did he play a game last night?
It is one game. There's one game in it. No. Before the major, I won those 2 games. I'm like, okay, I'm not rank 1. I'm just going to leave this alone. All right, so next time we'll get the...
What's the date today?
We'll put premium on the account. Today is the 17th of September. I haven't played for a month.
Okay.
You're going to be rusty then.
Yeah, but I've got new sends as well. But I might play some games today.
Oh, that's a lot of Inferno there, I see. A little one-trick pony. Inferno and
no.
Mirage.
When I see, this is the thing, okay? When I have the veto, I will pick Inferno because at this level, no one knows how to defend Banana. So if I have a forward spawn, I've got the flash behind the half wall, the flash behind the sandbags.
Yeah,
so
and then obviously Cash we can't even consider anymore because it's out of the...
I will pick Inferno as much as possible because that's where I can just wide swing and just AK everybody.
Honestly,
so I have a fair chance to limit the variance on Inferno.
That's fair.
I've got to say though, I actually think Inferno is the opposite because it's like if one bombs, people don't know how to hold one bomb site, the round's over.
Well, you say that, but he's rank 2.
That's true, actually.
All right, there are no nates.
That's true. That's true. It's always winnable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So look at the 1 versus 4. Can we play that? Yeah. This was awesome. You see, this is the last time I was playing. Yeah. 1v4 with Deagle and no Kevlar.
Nice little crosshair there you got, James.
Yeah, man.
I hate it personally.
I want to see the head so I can pop him.
Is it working?
Well, let's have a look, shall we? There's number 3.
Okay.
Oh.
You can tell this is North America because Dylan, IWNL.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, then.
There we go. That's what happens when you... I didn't say it.
When you become a pro, you get offers.
I didn't say it. He said that, and then he offered himself as well.
Yeah, dude.
He was so pleased with the clutch. He was like, come over and do me as well. I appreciate the offer.
Oh, man.
In the means, other than that, 385 days now since we drawn a map. This is BST or whatever it is over in England, so the clock keeps ticking. So there we go. There's some proof that I'm not a bot on the servers, although there have been some highlights as well in the other direction. But let's just remember what we last saw, which was a 1v4 with no Kevlar on Dust 2 and a Desert Eagle. The defuse came in as well. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Tomorrow there's more Counter-Strike to be had in Europe and North America, and maybe Sharks will go... Oh, no, they're playing the day afterwards. It's Cloud9 and NRG for North America, and then there's some European action as well. So we'll all see you tomorrow. Cheers for tuning in. We'll see you on the servers.